So I have a question about that. It is a generalization, so we're putting a blanket over it, right? But you're basically saying that if the lady does something wrong, it's just done. Even if you're still there, even if you're trying to work something out, it's just done in your mind. So my question is, why even stay together? Why even do it?
So most of the time you said it's the why you stay there. Most of the time it's the woman that's staying there. The man has mentally
Well, not me.
checked. The man has mentally checked out. Uh, he's probably there, and if he's been in a relationship for a long time, she's there using his resources. And he's still taking care of what he said he was going to put all in for. So whatever, if it's the kids, if it's the house, if it's the mortgage, if it's the car payment, if it's whatever, that part's going to still going. But the relationship part is done. The way he feels about her, the way he gets triggered, yeah, maybe he's still there, but physically, but he's gone mentally if he can't find a way out physically.
And that's the same for a woman, I would say. I just feel like there I don't feel like the double standard should be there because there are a lot of females like myself that if you damage that part, if you hurt me in that way, in that aspect of cheating, for example, I'm done. And I'm not going to sit there and say we're working it out. I think I'm just going to want to leave.
So there are those few women who will say that they are done, who have standards, who will stand for what's right and be done. And that's the right thing to do. But let's be real. The majority of the women is going to put up with that until they can't put up with it no more. That's why we're talking about this conversation, because there's women out there putting up with those cheated men. There's relationships going on for years because their man was cheating, and that's going on, and vice versa. That this relationship still going on, and that woman was cheating. But guess what? It's not a good relationship. We always talking about healthy, good relationships. The ideal it's got to be all in, and in these relationships, it's not all in.
I think a lot of times when women stay, like you just said, we do the same thing. We check out emotionally first because we are emotional creatures, obviously. So when we move on, if we're going to stay on the topic of cheating, if we move on with cheating, it's to the point in a woman's head, the relationship is done anyway. She's completely done with you anyway. When she gets to that point, now men can cheat, like you said, because it's Tuesday, because I'm not going to get caught. It's this woman is just right here and nobody's going to know. Okay, fine. So you cheat. But with the woman, when she gets to the point of she's cheating, it's over anyway in her head. So when you find out, whatever, because I was leaving anyway.
Well, you should have left and been gone. You should have left and been gone because we don't want to put up with it.
We just waiting on you to make that last car payment.
Exactly. Exactly. There's a famous song, DMX. You know, he said, "I was just messing with them girls. I was gonna get right back."
Jay-Z.
You didn't have to do a brother like
That's
that.
the problem, y'all.
Right? You know, men are very sensitive. You know, they play around, but when they get their feelings hurt, they hurt, and they don't want to. They want to separate. They want to separate the hurt from that woman as much as they can.
Well, there's a famous song called "To the Left" by Beyonce. She says, "If I'm not your everything, how about I'll be nothing?"
Mm-hmm. Hello, is this mic on? So I have a question. So for the ladies, what are some things that you would expect the man to do to repair the relationship? Like after he done did the emotional damage, like how can he fix that on your behalf? It's gonna take a whole lot of work. That's even if I'm still there. I agree. I think if you're still there, because most of the time after a while, you can't let a woman be in that place for too long because she's gonna be emotionally unavailable, emotionally gone. But if you have time to repair it, I feel like if you're being consistent and pouring into each other, then that can help build the relationship and build the trust back. But it's going to definitely take time